Hello everyone, this is Kathy with McCrafty Studio, and it is September 2024, and I just got back from a cross-stitching retreat, and it was wonderful. It was great meeting a bunch of new people, and it was wonderful, of course, to have a few days off doing what you love. And I have a lot of stuff around my table. So I had a couple of fully finished objects. I fully stitched and then fully finished a couple of pieces. I started several samplers. Not all of the ones that I had talked about in my last video, but there's still a couple of weeks left in September, and I'll go over those in plans. Yeah, so I have a lot to show you. It's been probably, I'm trying to do the FlossTube probably once a month, so that way there's a little bit of something to talk about each time I come on. So I guess I think I'll get started with, I think I'm going to get started with the full finishes. Now, the cross-stitch retreat I went to, it was the Crazy Woman Stitching Retreat in Casper, Wyoming. And I heard about it from a FlossTube channel. And I live in Wyoming, and I thought it would be really cool to go attend. I went to one last year in Colorado, and my goal is to go to one a year. And it just worked out, and I'm super happy that I went. And they did have a smalls exchange, and the two finishes that I had, I think I might make a tradition. If they have a smalls exchange, I think I might make one for the person and one for myself. So anyway, that might be my own personal tradition. But I finished, let me see if I can try to hold this up here, Stitch Some Happy. It is a design by Hands On Design by Kathy Haberman. And I did do a fully finished object video. I will be putting that up. It'll go over more details about this. This one is mine. So I finished stitching and fully finished both of these. And I loved how it turned out. The ribbon I got from Joann's, and then the hoop, I can't remember where I purchased that. And then I just painted it black and then finished it according to Kathy Haberman's directions. So, and here is the pattern. And I did change it up a little bit. The colors were a little bit different, and I'll go over my color changes in my fully finished object video. So there's that. It was stitched on 32 count light taupe Lugana, and I used that as the finishing fabric on the back. So, and again, I'll go over that in my fully finished object video. Next up, I'm going to go over some of the little gifts that I gave my table mates. I feel like I need to explain those a little bit better. I love mason jars, and I found these cute mason jars, and on the side it says Mason, Craft, and More Storage. They're just super cute. And what I did, I put a magnet on the inside lid. That way you have a place to put your needle. And then the jar itself is supposed to be used for your orts. And then I also included a pair of scissors. You can put, while you're stitching, you can put that in there or what have you. Now, I put these in little bags. I'm not sure if I made a video on that before I left or not, but these scissors aren't intended to be Stitcher's best scissors. They are just handy to have. You can throw them in your craft bag, if you're knitting or crocheting or stitching, embroidery, what have you. And if you lose them, they're not, you're not worried about it. So they're, again, not your, you know, Stitcher's Best scissors. They're not like your Kohanas or your Dovos or, you know, even your Gingers. These were intended just to, you know, have handy, because there's been many times that I have gone out and grabbed my stitching or grabbed my knitting, and I didn't have a pair of scissors to snip the ends or, you know, snip my threads or what have you. But these, again, were just a fun little thing. And then in the package itself, I included, of course, little snacks like little chocolates and little mini granola bars, and that was my table made gifts. So there were those. They also, they being the cross stitch retreat, they had a project bag exchange, and I wanted to kind of go over that. Like I said earlier, if I go to a cross stitch retreat and they have a smalls exchange or even a project bag exchange, I think I'm gonna make and purchase one of the same that I give to the person, because I really liked this. Now, the project bag that I had, I didn't have enough time. I signed up late for the retreat. Not late, but later than, you know, I don't know. I wasn't the first person to sign up, that's for sure. And there were still openings when I signed up, and I didn't have enough time to create a bag. So I picked a theme, and this happened to be cocoa and gingerbread and kind of Christmassy. And so with the bag itself, I included a needle minder, and it correlates with the snowflakes that are on, you know, the cups, which I think are really cute. And then included with the bag, I included some floss. I think it was like Classic Colorworks Toasted Marshmallow and Cocoa Bean. And that's just kind of how my mind works. I kind of think about things that I would like to get, and functional and useful and coordinating, and, you know, just kind of, I don't know, just kind of a theme. So I do know that the recipient that got this bag really seemed to enjoy it, so I was really pleased with that. The needle minders I wanted to talk about is a store that I purchased from online, Etsy. Now, the vendors and things that I talk about, and the designers from the cross stitch retreat, I will put all of their information below. And this needle minder was one and the same. It came from a Etsy shop called Hoops and More, and I included this cute needle minder with my smalls exchange, and then also a pair of scissors. So and the scissors, like I said, they're not Stitcher's Best, but you're glad you have them. And, you know, if you lose them, you're not too worried about it, because, like I said, they're not, you know, they're not your Kohanas or anything like that. But anyway, I just wanted to shout this shop out, because I loved her needle minders, and she has a variety to choose from. And her name is Giselle Abriantes. She's an embroidery artist. So if you want to take a picture of her information. And then, let's see. Oh, here we go. This might be a little bit better. So I don't know if I need to put this behind anything. Hopefully. I will hopefully edit accordingly, and hopefully that will pick up. She also sent me this, which I thought was super cute. I love that little heart. It was very cool. So there are those things. Trying to decide if I go over, like I said, I have a lot of things to show you. So I'm going to pause here for a moment and gather my thoughts, and I will be right back. Hello there, I'm back. I believe I'm going to go over some of my starts. I've Since the last time, I selected several samplers that I wanted to start. Now, I haven't started all of them. We are still in the middle of September, and I will go over the remaining samplers that I'm going to start between now and the next time I do a FlossTube video. So the few that I have started, I have Entrelacs Bleu, and this is by Reflets Soie. And here is my start. And on all of these, I typically start in the upper left corner. Yeah, upper left corner. So there's my start on that. And it is being stitched with Soie silk. My next sampler that I started was Spring Quaker by Lila Studio, or Lila Studio, again, put it both ways. And I have a left corner start. I have just the first two, A and B. And this particular pattern, I'm using all the called for colors. And my next sampler is Summer at Cherry Hill by With Thy Needle and Thread by Brenda Gervais. And I have a couple letters here in the corner, left corner, and it's the F and the E. The alphabet goes around the edge. And this one is Spring Quakers by Rosewood Manor. And this is being stitched with Beldani threads. It's on a 28 count fabric. And this is turning out really pretty. And again, upper left corner. For that start. I generally start in the left corner, unless it's a kit or something, like if it's a stocking or something like that. I typically start in the center, especially if I'm using the kit fabric. I'm always worried about, you know, whether or not I'm going to have enough fabric. This next one I'm super excited about is the Smith Sampler by the Scarlett House. She's becoming one of my favorite designers. And I am changing the colors. Now, if you notice, there's some peacocks down here, right down there. And then, to me, this reminds me of a peacock. It's probably a pheasant. But it just kind of reminded me of peacock. So I will be changing the colors out. Instead of the reds and the greens, I'm doing blues and greens. And when I get a little bit further into it, if anybody's interested, I can give you my color conversion. But for right now, I'm just getting started, and we'll see how things go. But so far, I really do like the start of that. I think it's gonna be beautiful. And another one, this is one of my favorites. It's called the Heartland Sampler. It is by the Scarlett House. And I am stitching this with called for colors on a 28 count coffee tea dyed Monaco I did myself. And those are just, it's in the upper left corner, a couple of corn stalks. And my next sampler start is Land That I Love by Teresa Kogut. So pretty. And actually I'm stitching this on a 32 count Mystic fabric, and I'm doing this 1/2. I don't know if it's because I feel like the weave is a little bit tighter. But there is my left corner start. And my final sampler start for this episode is Harper 1839 by Fox and Rabbit. This is a 2024 market release that came out in March. And I'm doing this with Called For. And it is on a 40 count Dust Bunny by Fox and Rabbit. And very minimal start, upper left corner, but it's a start. And that is my samplers. The other stitching the stitching that I did at the retreat, I didn't want to worry about, I tried to plan things a little bit, so I didn't want to worry about counting and, I didn't have enough time to prep for fill-in. I do have a few samplers that require fill-in, but I wasn't to areas or had the time to get to areas and get the fill-in area ready. So I had a preliminary start on Modern Folk Embroidery Halsingland Blommor, and I'm doing this in blues. It's blue and white, or the color choices that I made. And I am stitching this on a 28 count white Monaco, and this is my progress. And I'm using two different colors. I'm using a blue, they're both DMC, a variegated blue, and then a solid blue for the blue lines. And I'm loving how it's turning out. Now, when I started this, how I prepped this, I just, I counted the one outside blue line going down this way, and then one outside blue line going down this way, and then the border itself is repeated. And then so it made it for really, really easy stitching to, talk with everyone and visit and feel like I made some progress. My goal, which was a lofty one, was to try to get the whole border done. But I feel like I made some good progress considering, everything, like, all of the, visiting and eating and, that kind of thing. So I'm really pleased with my progress. Again, like I said, it was on a 28 count white Monaco. Now, I washed the Monaco before I started stitching this, and I don't know why. I mean, I know why, to kind of get out some of the sizing and not to make it as kind of crunchy. And then this piece was actually a 20 by 24 piece of fabric. And after washing it, it ended up being it shrank an inch in length. And then it went from a 20 inch width to, it went down to like 17 3/4 or 17 1/2. So it shrank more on one side than it did on the other. And I'm not sure. I mean, I find that odd. I mean, not the fact that it shrank, because it is a cotton, but the fact that it shrank so much on one side compared to the other. So I'm hoping actually that the fabric is cut straight on this other side. I hope it's straight and I have enough room. I have enough room because this is the outside edge here, right here. But yeah, I have enough room going, lengthwise. It is a square. It's like 197 or 198 by 198. And I think that's what it is. Oh, it's 199. It's 199 by 199. So it is a square. And, but yeah, I just wanted to share that. So if you, I'm not sure if they've changed I'm not sure. Like I said, I'm not sure why one side would shrink more than the other. And again, this was hand washed. It wasn't like I threw it in the washing machine or anything like that. But and it wasn't super hot water or anything, but there was some shrinkage. So I just wanted you guys to be aware, in case you guys use Monaco or what have you. And yeah, so there might be some shrinkage should you decide to dye or wash your fabric. The last project that I stitched on was this. I am working on trying to get this done. I am going to be making 3 individual pillows out of it. It's Bloom Where You're Planted by It's So Emma by the Fat Quarter Shop. And I've already stitched the bee and the rain boot, but I am working on the watering can. And so the last time you saw this, I basically stitched in the flowers up here. Completed stitching all of that. So the only thing left is the actual watering can. Again, not ironed. I don't iron until I'm getting ready to fully finish. And I'm not going to be... I don't think I'll be washing this because of the hand-dyed threads. I mean, if I end up having to, I guess that's fine. But yeah, there is that progress. And I think I'm going to go into some of the gifts and things that I've received at the retreat. I've gone over all of my stitching. And I have some other purchases that were outside of the retreat. And then I also have some plans that I want to go over. And yeah, so I will be right back. Hello again, I am back. I had to kind of rearrange everything. I'm going to go over with some of the table gifts and some of the gifts that people gave everyone at the retreat. The generosity of stitchers, it's true. Everybody is just so sweet and generous. This was a brilliant gift. Kim and Carol, they made these back pillows, these travel pillows, and they gave us the pillow, and then they made the pillowcase. It was a wonderful idea, brilliant idea. And they were actually the 2 ladies who invited me to their table. They saw me in the breakfast area at the hotel and invited me over and asked me to sit with them. And I'm so happy they did. It was great getting to know you ladies. Thank you for including me with your table. Another sweet friend of theirs, her name was Sandra, and she gave everybody a goodie bag. And it was so cute. She loves Halloween, but she couldn't find a Halloween bag, so she used fall. And then, of course, it was filled with all kinds of goodies, you know, little snacks, a tape measure, a pen, sticky notes, and it was just very thoughtful and just, you know, filled with things that, you know, stitchers would love to use. So, like I said, the pen, the sticky notes, the snacks, all of it was wonderful. And I kept that together so I could show you guys. But this tape measure, very handy, very handy. And that was a super fun gift. Sorry for the crinkle. And another table mate gift was from Jennifer. Let me see. It was a needle minder, and I'm looking at the woman who made this. It's called Gina's Unique Needle Minders, but I really love this. It was a heart with it's blue with snowflakes. It was so cute. Thank you, Jennifer. Should you be watching this. I don't think anybody knows about me. I kind of like to stay incognito that way. But anyway, that was a gift from her. Another group of ladies, there were 2 sisters and their mom, which was really sweet. They gave a little sack of candy, a few needles, and then a cute little needle minder. They also gave these cool scissors with a skein of DMC floss. These are very cute. Very, very good scissors. Well, not, you know, very good scissors to keep traveling with. A couple of ladies gave, oh, this I believe came from their mother, and it was a sack full of candy, and then a container to hold your orts. So it's very, very functional, very cute. And then you can just put this on the outside of, you know, one of your project bags. So very cute. And another needle minder by 2 ladies from Nevada. It was very, very unique, cool idea. And then this is a cool idea. It's a file with looks like a scissor fob or a fob that you put on the outside of a cross stitch bag, which would be very cute. And oh, this is a very cool thing. This is something to put on your zipper of your project bag. You can write what your project is, and it has a cute little charm. And I hope I'm not forgetting anyone. I feel like I'm forgetting something. I'm not intending to forget anyone. Okay, I'm back. I just had to double check to make sure I had everything from everyone. But anyway, thank you everyone. And if I forgot anybody, it was not intentional. And yes, it was just very sweet. Everybody's gifts were very sweet. The project bag exchange. The project bag that I received was wonderful. I love flowers and I love this material. And a woman named Carol made this. Not the same Carol that was sitting at my table, but a different one. And I just love it. It is the perfect size. It's about the size of a Ziploc bag. And I keep my extra hoops and needles and waxers and all of that, because usually that's the bag that I grab. That way I don't forget anything. It usually has a pair of scissors in it. That way I don't have scissors in my projects and that kind of thing. And I just kind of grab and go with whatever project I pick up. So anyway, I absolutely love this bag. So my Ziploc is graduating to this bag, and it'll be my go-to carry-all bag for all of my extra stitchy goodness. And then this was the small that I received. And I mean, it is just beautiful. I love purples, greens, and blues. And this is all beaded. Thank you, Debbie. This is, it was so amazing to receive this. This was the small that I received. And like I said, the hummingbird is stitched all with beads. And then the accounting pin. And then I'm going to take this out. She finished this just beautifully. She finished this with felt on the back. It's a beautiful, beautiful finish. And then this part here, this little coordinates beautifully with the counting pin. And then I'm going to take this out, and then this is the inside. I have no idea where she got this, but it's just. I just love it. Just love it. And yeah, it was so cool. And she said she had a lot of fun stitching it. And again, Beautiful job, Jenny. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I'm gonna be right back. Hello, everybody. They also, to continue with the retreat stuff, they did do door giveaways, or door prizes, not door giveaways, but door prizes throughout the weekend. And I won a game, Stitchopoly. And I don't know what I'm going to do with this. I have a couple of ideas on what I'm going to do with it. I will not be using it as a game. And I'm single, and everybody I know, yeah, I don't have a lot of people in my life, So, and also too, being a creative person, I'd rather be, you know, stitching or quilting or knitting or just creating or reading or what have you. So even if, yeah. So I have some cool ideas on what I'm going to do with some of the bits and pieces of this game, but I guess I will, I'll show you here in a few months on what that's going to be. And hopefully, you know, in my head, it's going to be kind of a cool thing. Sorry for the crinkle. But yeah, that was one of the door prizes. Of course, they give out a variety of items. So anyway, that is a door prize that I won. I typically don't win anything, so I was even surprised. So it's very cool. And they had a giveaway, or not a giveaway, but they had a freebie table. And so there was a few things at the freebie table that I was able to snag. The first design was Strawberry Fields Forever by Blackbird Designs. And then this is Quaker Pincushions by Jeanette Douglas. This was on the freebie table. And then I have Autumn Rules by Primrose Cottage Stitches. It's very cute. And then they had some ornaments. I love ornaments and I love snowmen. And so they had these Debbie Mum Christmas ornaments. There was in a one of those clear plastic sheets that you put in a 3-ring binder. So that I did receive that, or did pick that up. Then I had Love is in the Air, the stockings, the little mini stockings by Blackbird Designs. And then I had, I'm assuming that's for February. And then I had Glorious June by Blackbird Designs. And then I thought this was really cute. It's by Riveras, Home Sweet Home Hearts. I have not seen that pattern before, so I thought that was very cute. And then I saw, let's see, I'm very excited about this. It's patterned by Lavender and Lace, and it is Woodland Santa. I think that's what it's called. This is the one that Vanna Pfeiffer just finished, and I've also seen this in person. And the picture does not, I mean, it's beautiful, but the picture does not do it justice. When you see this in you know, full life, it's just amazingly beautiful. And so I was able to get that. And I found let's see, it's called the Flip It series by Lizzie Kate and 6 Fat Men, and the snowmen. I love snowmen, and that's what it's gonna look like. I have all 6. And Kim gave me this, so thank you, Kim. I appreciate all of the stuff. And Then I got the Hinsit America Matters. I think that was really cool. And then somebody had made this bag. It's just a small bag. You know, put your threads in it, put scissors, whatever you want in it. But anyway, that was on the freebie table as well. So I got those. And hello again. The next little portion, oh, I forgot to mention, I got these cool little needle pull things. Someone made these for everyone, and it allows you to kind of grip your needle. It's very cute. And they serge the edges, and it's just very handy. And then I got a crocheted coaster, which for your drink. And it's very cool. Very cool. So I forgot to mention that in the little gifts that I received from other people in the group and at the retreat. The next thing we did, there was a designer, and the designer was counting puddles, not petals, but puddles, counting puddles. And we got a cool retreat bag, and then inside it had the exclusive design. This is really cool. And then we received the fabric, which was from Live and Dye LA. That's DYE LA. And then the DMC floss. And I'm trying to hold this up so it'll be, it's kind of precarious. But we got the fabric and floss to create or stitch the design, which was very cool. And then we got a cool iridescent cup. And then, of course, we got the logo, the Crazy Woman Stitch and Retreat 2024 logo that we can put on a cup or a planner or what have you. So anyway, that was very sweet. And the next thing I think I'm going to go over, I believe, are the purchases that I received. They had several vendors there. Which is, you know, a lot of fun, you know, when you get around other stitchers and you see what they're working on, and then, you know, of course the vendors bring their wonderful things, and you can't help but, you know, support them. So I'm going to go over some of my retreat purchases. I do have some other purchases that are outside the retreat and things that I received, which I'll go over there. I'll let you know in that segment. But I got some really cool things, and so if you can hold with me just a second, I need to kind of rearrange and clean up a little bit, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back again. These next things, since I just ended with the retreat exclusive from Lindsay at Counting Puddles, I wanted to show some of her designs that she had set up at the table. And this first one, it's the Snowflakes sheep ornament. I purchased this. There's actually a trio, and then this is the Snowflake goat ornament. So cute. And then the Snowflake llama ornament. And then she also had these mini snowflake ornaments. They're so pretty. I mean, again, she had samples of all of her designs. And then she, like I said earlier, I love snowmen ornaments. I just love all cross stitch, honestly. And she had magical snowflakes. And I had purchased some fabric. I don't know if I'm gonna use this because I thought it would look really cool, but I haven't decided yet. But this is Fabric Flare, and it's I think it's a 14 or 16 count Eda, and I thought that this snowman would look rather cool on that. But I haven't quite fully decided because I do have some other fabric in my stash that I might use. And then I was thinking it might need to be a little sparkly. I don't know, because snow is sparkly. I have no idea if I'm going to do that or not. But anyway, those are the patterns that I purchased from Counting Puddles. And if you like any of those designs, she does have a website. It's www.countingpuddles.com, and I will put her information below in the notes, as well as some of the other vendors that I purchased from. And I have some bags. I purchased some project bags, which everybody loves. And this particular bag is by Jordy's Handmade. Just bees. And then I bought a second bag from her, and it's scissors and sewing related, and tomatoes, everything that stitchers love, thimbles, bobbins. And again, these two bags are by Jordy's Handmade. I think it's Jordy's Handmade. Yeah, Jordy's Handmade. And then I bought a third project bag by Emily, and she's at I'd Rather Be Cross Stitching on Instagram. And this has a flat bottom. It's just a beautiful bag, sewing theme related, which I love. And I will list the information for Emily and Jordy below as well. They had two different fabric dyers there at the retreat, and like any if you live in an area that doesn't have a cross stitch store or what have you, and all you have is online options, thank goodness we do, but sometimes it's really hard to judge a color of a fabric. So this fabric is by Red Thicket, these colors. This is what I'm getting ready to show you, is a 28 count Chimney Linen. And again, I'll have her information listed below. And then I also purchased, it is 40 count sandstone. Let's see. I'm sorry my light isn't doing it justice, but I'm trying. And they also had the dyer that dyed the fabric for the exclusive design was Live and Dye, DYE, in LA. And I know where I did. Okay, so I purchased some fabric. I will go over my plans from her, but I'm going to show you these two now. And I also I didn't dye it. I don't know why I was going to say that. I also purchased some thread because I do a lot of monochromatic, or I've been really getting into some monochromatic stitches. And so she does hand dyed threads and then also the fabric. So I purchased some thread. It is Emerald Isle. And then the fabric color is Evergreen Dew. And trying to get the best way of doing this. And it is a lovely green. And then this, I was thinking it would, these two colors, doesn't look so great on camera, but in person it looks really cool. To do a monochromatic stitch with, I thought it would be really cool to do that. So I have those two, or I have that color combination as an option. And then I have purchased, it looks Tonight, it's called Tonight. And she also had a color of fabric called Mystic Quest, and it is just lovely. And it's a 2024 retreat exclusive fabric. And then the thread that I was thinking about using, because I thought it would be really cool, is Tonight. And then I purchased, and I'll go over, because I purchased a lot of patterns, and I'll go over the vendor where I purchased those from. But this is from Works by ABC, and it's Pinwheel. And I actually thought that this combination would look amazing. So I thought that that would be really cool. So the fabric dyer, I have one more piece of fabric that I purchased, but I will go over that because it's, I'm switching it out for one of my samplers, which I'll go over in a little bit on that. And so all of these purchases that I'm getting ready to go over, I purchased from Stitchery Express. She is out of Utah, and she also, I purchased from her before, but it was online purchases. And just a moment. Okay, I'm back. I'm sorry. I had to, I started sneezing and my nose was itching, and it seems like it always happens when I get on to do a floss tube. But, so as I was saying, the vendor that was there was Stitchery Express, and she is a store that's located in Utah, and she does have an online store. And like I previously said, I believe, I have purchased from her online, of course, and it was great meeting her. Her name is Cindy. And yeah, so of course I was super enabled when you see everything in person and you're right there, and you know, you see other people's stitches, and you know how it goes. So the all of these purchases that I made were through her, and I will put her information below. And the first one is Patriotic You. It's by Erin Elizabeth Designs. And I purchased the Dinky Dye Silk Pack. And then I also purchased the finishing piece that is by Paisley and Polka Dots. And you can get this, you can get this from either Cindy or the Paisley and Polka Dots website. But that was one of my purchases. And I purchased some threads that I needed for some of my various projects, Schoolhouse Red and Black Licorice. I needed the Black Licorice for, I believe, the Heartland sampler. And then the Schoolhouse Red I am going to be putting with Bridget Powers. And that's what I got for thread individually. Then I purchased black and white and red all over. These are Briscornews. They're by Works by ABC. And she had this kitted up. I mean, it only makes one of the little Briscornews, but anyway. So I had the fabric and then the DMC to do those. So that's really cute. And then they had this actually as a model, but there's two different versions of this, and I got the one with embroidery scissors. I can't. And it's by Filigram. And then I got the Dinky Dye Silk and hand-dyed ribbon that goes with this. So I got that. And then I've been really fascinated with Biscornu. I have not made one, and I have purchased a couple of patterns. I purchased that one by Works by ABC, and then I also saw this one by Teresa Kogut. It's called the Honeybee Biscornu, and I think it's gonna be really cool. I also purchased two Stacy Nash Primitives, Paisley and Whitaker. They're snowmen, of course. I love, 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 love snowmen. And I've not stitched any of Robin Pickens' designs, but I did get the Seasonal Courier. I got the Cardinals Winter, Blue Jay Summer, Robin's Spring, and then Blackbird's Autumn. So I got those. And I like Quaint Rose Needle Arts. I have a couple of their other pillows, and then I got this Stitcher's Urn. I just thought it was really cool. Very cool. And I got a few books. I got Hello America by Teresa Kogut. And I got Serenity. These are just beautiful. I also love to quilt. And so I got In Full Bloom. It's by Blackbird Designs. I think it'll be really cool to complete that. I also got another Blackbird Designs pattern. It's Oh Joyous Day. And then When the Leaves Fall. I think this is a very cool autumn book. I have the other one. I can't think of the name of it, but I have the other one. Then I have Peppermint and Holly. And I purchased some fabric that I saw on Michelle McGraw, probably at least a year ago, I would say. On one of her, her FlossTube is made by Michelle McGraw, and she showed this fabric. It's a fabric flare fabric, and it's called Speckled Hen. I just think it's amazing. And this, I think, is 18 count. I think it's 18 count. It's either 18 or 16 count. But I was looking for like a kind of silhouette. I like blackbirds. So I found, I've never stitched this particular designer. It's Yasmin's Made with Love cross stitch design. But it is the Raven. And I think because I want it kind of fallish, I might change the designs. I might just keep one spider, but I might put a different Quaker motif, you know, where those spiders are. And I think I might switch out the bats, but keep everything else. But I just thought that this would look amazing on this because, again, autumn, blackbirds, autumn. I think it would be beautiful. And then I got the old, I think it's Old Tail. That's what the fabric is called. And I think it's very cool. And this is a fabric flare fabric. This I think is 28 count even weave. And I don't know quite what I'm going to do with that. She also had another kind of autumnal, sunsetty, orangey, red, beautiful printed fabric, but I can't think of what it is. I'll have to go on her website and check it out. And but yeah, the fabric flare, she has a wide range of patterns and designs for the fabric flare, and that's the fabric that it's screen printed on one side and then white on the other. So it's screen printed like this, but then white on the inside. So she also has a variety of counts, anything from, I believe, linen to even weave, counts from 14, 16, 18, 20, 30, her 28, 32, 36, and 40, I believe. So if you're interested in trying a fabric flare at whatever count, give her a look online or give her a call. She would be more than willing to help. So my next, that is my purchases for the cross stitch retreat. I had a lot of fun, and I'm going to go over a few other purchases that I had that was not related to the cross stitch retreat, and I'll go over my plans. So I will be right back. I need to clean up here a little bit, organize, and I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. A couple of my purchases. I'm part of the club with Backwater Shop for the Roots Stitching with the Housewives. It's a monthly house stitch for the year, and the first one I received was Pumpkin Blossom Place, and then I received the threads that go with it, which were all Classic Colorworks. When I was in Hobby Lobby, I went over to the autumn section and I saw this leaf, and I just thought it would be really cool to put some of your autumn smalls on, you know, pumpkins or little pillows or what have you. But this maple leaf plates, I think I might probably paint mine. I'm not sure. I haven't decided yet, or I might just leave it the dark color. I don't know. But anyway, I got this at Hobby Lobby, and that was in their fall section. And then I stopped off at an antique shop, one of my favorite. I love to antique and collect a variety of things. I'm just a collector at heart. I get that, I think, from everybody in my family, my grandparents, my parents. Anyway, but I bought these pieces separately, and I just thought this was really cool. I've seen this online, and it's usually, I mean, it's old. It's probably from the 70s, I would guess, like early to late 70s, I'm not sure. But anyway, obviously it's not black, and it had, you know, like it had like threads and needles and what have you. But this had already been painted, and I knew what it was. And then I saw this. It's actually, when I've ever seen it, it always had a tomato at the top. So I found a tomato. I don't know if this was the one and the same tomato that went with the whole thing, but anyway, it fit perfectly. It's a newer tomato. It's definitely not old or velvety or anything like that, but I loved the old pins. It had T-pins, it has regular pins, it's splitting on the side, and it's just, I don't know, just kind of vintagey looking and very cool, and I think it goes well with this. And then of course you can put all your little, like, you know, threads, needles, etc. in here. So I did get this at an antique shop. And so the next thing I'm going to go over is my plans for the rest of Sampler September. Sorry, I had to go off screen there for a little bit, but I do have quite a few things that I still want to get started for Sampler September. It's also part of my 24 starts in 2024. I am starting to think about the plans and things that I have for 2025. I am going to have a little bit of a different approach for 2025. I've enjoyed stitching and finishing and some of the things, so it's been really fun. So my focus, I think, for 2025 will be to you know, fully stitch and finish my projects. I don't want to have a drawer or a tub or, you know, under the bed drawer or what have you. I want to get some of my stitches out and you know, finish them up into pillows or pictures or what have you. So that will be my goal, I think, for 2025, but I'll go into that, you know, at the beginning of the year, the end of this year, the beginning of 2025. But as far as the plans are concerned, for the rest of Sampler September, and in, you know, and into October, for until the next time I do a FlossTube, I'm wanting to start Flights of Fancy. It's by JBW Designs. I already have this kitted up. I think it'll look really cool. It is not one of my 24 starts in 2024, but I thought that would be a cool start. I also want to start, I'm part of the Berry Club through Dying to Stitch, and it's the series is Francis's Sampler Berries. And the first installment, again, I showed these last time, but it's Francis's Peacock and then Francis's Castle. I would like to start these. I'm not, yeah, I would like to get these started. And then I would like to go ahead and get started with Bridget Power 1840. And I'm only doing the top. And that's what I needed the Schoolhouse Red for. The FlossTube, the FlossTuber that I was trying to think of the last time when I had a FlossTube was Comfort Stitching, and she's actually doing that, and she had made some color changes, and so I was going to follow her lead on that. And I am doing mine on a little bit different fabric. I'm doing mine on a 40 count crepe by Seraphim Fabrics, and so we'll see how that goes, but it's gonna be beautiful. I love flowers, and yeah, we'll get started on that. Another start that I want to start on is the Flowers of the Quaker, and this is a 2024 release by Rosewood Manor. I do like Rosewood Manor. I have a lot of her stuff started, and I'm going to go ahead and get this one started. I really enjoy stitching with the Valdani threads. If you don't like the Valdani threads on the 28 count fabric, then you can separate the Valdani threads and go with a higher count fabric and, you know, stitch it one over one or two. You probably go, I would say probably up to 25 count maybe. But again, I'm no expert, and, you know, stitch what you love and how you want and all the things. So, but I would probably recommend one, you know, separating it and doing it on a 25 count. My next sampler I want to get started on is This Happy Morning. It's by Plum Street Samplers. This would be a good place to take to a cross-stitch retreat if you had everything outlined, but I haven't even had it started. This is also another release for 2024. It's Remember Me Sampler and Tree by Liz Matthews, another favorite designer, and I'm doing this sampler right here. And this American Sampler House is by Annie B's Folk Art. Oh, I'd like to get that started. This is part of these, well, no, not all of them. This is part of my 24 starts in 2024. So that's on my list. This is the one I think it's 2024, and it's by I can't even talk, Cross Stitch Antiques. And it's by Sarah Welch, 1764. And I want to do this in remembrance of my grandmother. And then this is the Roses Blanches, which is white roses. Again, I'm not French. It's a Reflets Soie pattern, and it's done on a blue. And then when I was at the retreat, I purchased this this fabric. It is shades of purple, and I just thought it would be amazingly beautiful on the purple instead of the blue. I do have a blue, but I did purchase sulky thread. It's the white sulky. I don't remember the number, but it is just the white sulky. And the issue I was kind of having with, I had started it and then I had taken it out. But it's basically just a moment. My puppies are playing. You can probably hear them in the background. So just a moment. Okay, I'm back. I had to let my puppy girls outside. As I was saying, the Shades of Purple by Live and Die LA. This fabric I picked up from the retreat, and it is a 32 count. And I thought that maybe the 32 count would be a little bit better for the sulky that I had purchased. So I am gonna I switched the color and I switched the count to accommodate that, because hand-dyed fabrics tend to shrink a little bit, and I just didn't like how the stitches were looking on the higher count fabric with the sulky. So that is the plan. I have a lot of stitching to do, a lot of packing, or putting away, or packing up, or however you want to word it. So anyway, thank you so much for stopping by and seeing everything, and I hope you guys have a great stitching month. Enjoy the rest of September, going into October, because fall is upon us, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.